What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Commissioner. We have a problem. We are honored to have the reigning champ, Christian Lay, with us. I, for one, am hoping that he can share the secret to winning. I can't seem to figure it out, and Justin won't tell me. So, Christian, welcome to have you on board.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Christian, I'm excited. Having a fellow champ in the house is great. There is a third. I don't know if we're going to see him anytime soon, but I'm glad that you're building that energy, building that hype. We're going to gain some more followers because of having more champs on like yourself. Logan's weighing us down a little bit, so I'm hoping you can bring that rating back up.
I really hope so.
Yeah. I'm sorry that my third highest winning record in the league is weighing you down.
Well, I mean, it's like the Bills, you're just kind of getting close, but you're not even making it past Patrick Mahomes. That's why they traded away Diggs, I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but
Yeah, all right, Pete. Glad I didn't trade for Josh Allen now.
yeah, exactly. That's a weird situation.
It's another story, though.
But all right, Christian, excited to have you on. Hear about what's going on in your life. See how you're doing as a person. First off, I think that's one of the fun parts of this podcast, just getting to catch up a little bit. You don't live near me or Logan for that matter, and so I'm just excited to catch up with you a little bit. And then we'll go over some recaps of previous seasons and talk about the exciting things in the future, and of course some hot takes. So we'll start with life updates. What's going on in your life, man?
Yeah, man. This week I started a new job. For those who didn't know, I've been unemployed for like 2.5 months. Got laid off, and then I started a job actually yesterday at Accenture doing sales consulting, essentially. Yeah,
Nice.
Big company, huge company. So it's a huge, drastic change from going from complete startup and small business to like probably one of the biggest, fourth biggest or something company in the world.
Wow.
But I'm excited. So we'll see what this is for me. And it's a little different direction in my career because I'm going on a sales path, whereas before I was kind of in customer success and client relationship focused. So that's the big one. And then I'm finishing up my tattoo sleeve in May. So that's exciting.
Wow.
Can we get a visual?
And
What's the finishing piece?
it's, I don't know if you can see it, but it's
Yeah.
like the inside of my arm, essentially.
Yeah.
I see the tattoos. I don't see any
Yeah.
bicep there, though.
I know. I need to get on your plan, Justin. You've been holding back on me, but you won't give it to me for free. So just kidding. I haven't asked really.
Well, that's
I hate
fun.
when Justin won't give me things for free.
I mean, hey, new jobs. That's exciting. Happy you found one. I know that's a stressful time that no one wants to be a part of, but glad you got one started up. And you're still in Denver, right? No plans to leave?
I'm still in Denver. No plans yet, but my territory is in the West Coast, so it's possible that maybe in the future I'll move close to you if you don't move back to
Diego.
Texas.
You can siphon your money away like Justin over in California.
Hey,
Exactly.
it's worth
Actually,
it.
it's everywhere. Honestly, all the housing markets right now are crazy.
Bro,
If I went back to
Not
Dallas,
rural,
I'd
not
have to live
rural.
in
Have
like
you have you looked
Frisco.
into rural Mississippi? You can get
Or
pretty
rural
good
Dallas.
housing there.
I don't know if anyone's moving out there.
It is pretty depressing.
I'm sure there are people.
It's depressing when you look at like a 1-bedroom condo in like any urban area, and then you look at like the cost of a 4-bedroom house in a rural area, and they're like the exact same with like 4 acres of land. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's wild right now.
Well, that's good stuff. I mean, yeah, that's fun. And then what's coming up this year for you? Anything big? You obviously had a big transition with work, but anything on the fun side, vacations or cool trips?
Honestly, nothing planned. I haven't planned anything just because the cash flow is looking a little different when you're unemployed. So now that I have a job, maybe I'll be able to plan something in the future. I might be going to Mexico to celebrate a friend. I might be moving out of my current situation, live by myself. So that's kind of
Big
exciting.
boy got
I
money
guess.
now, so just gonna go live on his
I
own.
guess so. Or I'm 30 years old and have had roommates like my whole life.
How was winter in Colorado? Did you hit the slopes a bunch?
No, I haven't. It's so funny because when I was living in Texas, I would come out here way more, use all my PTO, get like 15 days on the mountain. Now I'm I'm averaging like 4 or 5 days. There's 2 times I went this season where it was an 8.5-hour round trip and a 6-hour round trip
Oof.
from all the snow. And that like
Jeez.
defeats me. I don't know if you've ever
That's
driven
tough.
I-70.
That's really
It's horrible. It's really
Yeah.
horrible. that's why I'm kind of itching to get to the beach. So we'll
Dang,
see.
you only got like 2 more days on the slopes than I have this year.
I know it's kind of depressing, but I've also had a lot of knee issues the past 2 years, which I'm on the up and up, doing a lot of isometric exercises and all that stuff. So
Getting old.
yeah, that's basically it. Doing different things to help me poop more.
Are you 30 or
That's a
31?
key.
I'm 30, turning 31 in November.
Whew.
Yeah,
Man,
no.
I might be the only. Who's the youngest in our league?
Probably you.
Yeah,
It probably is you.
I'm 29.
Are you turning 30 this year?
I am. Big 3-0.
Oh, this
Dang.
So anyway,
Oh.
Once you hit 30,
I
I'm
forget.
gonna
Sarah's a baby, right?
yeah, she'll turn 29 in August. So
Yeah.
she is a baby.
You're such a cradle robber.
Gosh, you know how it is. All right.
No, I don't.
He's like, don't.
What we're going to do now is move into a little bit of our recap. So I actually pulled up a bunch of data from previous seasons. I'll share my screen so you guys can see it. We'll go way back. We started the league in 2021. All right. So what you're going to see on the screen here is Christian's initial draft. He had pick 1. Crazy.
Oh, you were the number 1?
Pick 1.
Yep. My draft is horrible looking.
He picked
Looks so
CMC.
bad.
CMC obviously looking great in 2023, but Christian, what happened in 2021?
2021. I'm pretty sure I got like 10th place, right, or something.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Why?
CMC was injured that year. That's the correct
Yeah,
answer.
he was also. My whole team was injured
Yeah, you had a lot of
or
injuries that year.
banned.
I mean, let's go down the list here.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's when Calvin Ridley was. That's
Yeah.
when he was out for the year for gambling.
Yeah.
That was when he first got traded to the Jaguar or
No, he was still in the Falcons.
Falcons.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
he's still in the
drafted,
Falcons. Oh, that's when Julio left. And I was
you
like, oh my
drafted
gosh.
Allen Robinson in the 4th.
Well, he's coming off a good year, and
Oh
I
man.
year.
don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Honest, looking back at it, I have no idea what I was thinking this whole entire draft outside of
You got-
few players.
You got some good steals. You drafted Jordan Love. Ouch.
Mm.
Yeah, that kind of hurts now.
I
now
mean,
that
he
he's,
did
like,
sit behind
good.
Aaron Rodgers for like 3 years, so
Sure,
Dynasty, and I even got the cut for him too. Like, what? I should have looked at this draft before I even got rid of him. Maybe I would have known to keep him with this mindset.
You got Joe Burrow. You got Joe Burrow though.
That's
yeah.
true.
I
He's
was
my
gonna say
franchise.
there are some diamonds here. Brandon Ayuk's looking really good. CMC helped you win a championship this year. Judy,
Joe Mixon honestly helped you win a championship as well. He had some good games. He's good in the
Yeah.
playoffs for you this year. That's
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Terrace Marshall, he's been taking up a taxi spot for at least 3 years. I mean, come on,
I'm pretty sure I dropped him.
that's a
You
skill.
drafted some really bad players.
I did.
Yeah, man. Russell Gage, you were hyped about him for a while too. Oof.
I was. I do
Gurley.
got the hype.
Oh.
I will say. I will say.
Man, Todd Gurley was a beast when he was healthy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And then got worn out.
Well, anyway,
Yeah, your first year was pretty forgettable. You were
It was forgettable.
You didn't really have many good players, and the good players you did have were injured.
But here we are.
I know.
here we are. Yeah, here.
But
Here we are.
first we got to go to 2022, right?
Yeah, we do. 2022. Let's check it out. So in
Not so
2022,
great, honestly.
because you were so bad, you got 10th place, like you said. You had pick
You drafted Treylon
103,
Burks.
and as we see here, you took Tyler Algier. Not bad.
Honestly, I still like that pick.
103. Oh, 203.
Oh, sorry,
Took Tyler
Burks,
Algier.
Burks and Algier. That's right.
Yeah, Burks. Gosh.
Tyler
I'm never
Algier would have
trusting
been
Arkansas
better. He would have been a
player
better
again.
pick at 103 than Treylon Burks, though.
I wish I took Olave.
Oh yeah, Olave's right
Anyone.
next.
I thought you were
Anyone.
talking about it. You were talking like you were going to take Olave.
I know. And then I was like, Arkansas. I went to Arkansas. I'm going to ride with my boy, and he's trash, so I feel bad.
But here's the thing. I went to A&M, so I didn't draft an Aggie, and he had a pretty good year last year. So it's hard to use your emotions in drafting.
I know.
Here's the silver lining,
He's the
though.
only good thing coming out of Arkansas. I'm not even going to lie.
Here's the silver lining, though. You weren't stuck with Burks for long because you made a couple moves that year. As we can see by our trade tracker, one on the bottom here, a little hard to see on one screen, but back in September, you traded Cortland Sutton. Sorry, no, you got Cortland Sutton for Treylon Burks, and that was with me.
Oh, that was in 22?
It was.
Yeah.
Cortland was doing all right.
That was a great trade, let me tell you. It aged well.
But did it, though? I mean,
Justin, you're such a sucker.
Cortland Sutton's just meh. I mean, obviously
Treylon
better than
Burks
Treylon
is
Burks.
droppable.
Treylon Burks is he's droppable.
But
He's droppable.
He's not droppable. He's taxi.
Okay,
he's
for 11
certainly
people in the league, he's droppable.
he's taxi material. I'll give him another year. If it doesn't work out, I'll ship him off for another first-round pick. It'll be great.
How many draft picks do you have? How many draft picks do you have this year?
Me?
Yeah.
We're not talking about me, Logan. I just have one. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense why he's going to send on your taxi.
And once you drop him, I'll pick him back up, and then I get two for one deal.
Tell you what, I'm not going to pick him up.
Or actually 2 for 0, really.
All right, back to the trades
If
here.
I
You
have
made
the space, maybe.
You made some more moves. You sent a first-round pick and some scrubs for Curtis Samuel, Chris Godwin. Hey, Curtis Samuel might have some life this year, just given the recent trades.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
I'm going to draft someone.
pretty sure you shipped off Curtis Samuel. Yeah, you did. You shipped him off to get a defense? Wow. And some picks.
Christian's traded for defenses twice in his career, I think.
I think I have, yeah.
Jeez. Oh, and there's some big ones. I almost forgot about this one. So it was another deal between us. So we had the Cortland Sutton and the Treylon Burks one. But then
Kelsey deal.
you wanted Travis Kelce. So I just won the championship in year one. So I was like, who needs Kelce? You know,
Got to blow up the team.
replaceable, right? So I thought Dallas Goedert was the next big thing. So I got Dallas Goedert in a first-round pick for my boy Kelce in a second. Looking back on it, good trade for you, not for me.
Great trade for me. Still great trade. Still is great.
I mean, it won you the championship.
Dang,
Yeah.
we made 4 trades this year. Look at us. I also sent you Jeff Wilson.
I don't know how to trade. I don't know how to trade with Christian. So you two must have something. Christian and I can never find common ground to trade.
I got J.K.
We
Dobbins
can't,
from
Logan.
you.
We'll never.
Dude was hurt all year, but I got J.K. Dobbins from you, which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Aaron Rodgers, too. I got him for a third-round pick. That was a steal. He was healthy at the time, mind you.
It wasn't a steal. He hasn't done anything since you got him.
No, he was startable in 2022, to be clear.
You got him at the end of the year, didn't you?
Yeah, October. It was fine. It was
So you had him for like 4 games, 5 games, and that was his worst season in his career.
But for a third-round pick, it's not bad. It was fine.
I'm just saying, if you look at the numbers, it hasn't proven to be a good trade yet.
Well, at this point, definitely not.
Stats don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least in fantasy, I guess.
But
hey, my season went on the up and up from 10th to 3rd.
You did. I think that's one of the highest moves, honestly. So you went from 10th place to 3rd place, and then in the playoffs, we'll see how you did. You went up against AJ Dilemma, Logan.
Well,
Smashed.
Well, that was the Bills game.
This was the 3rd place game.
Yeah, this is where what is it? The
DeMar Hamlin.
DeMar Hamlin. He went down and they canceled the game. So
but I have Joe Burrow, so
yeah, you both had QBs.
Oh, that's true. I have Josh Allen. I would have put up more than 53.
Logan, explain this. 53 points in a playoff.
Look, can you scroll down? Josh Allen didn't play.
Okay.
Joe Mixon didn't play.
Who else didn't play?
Yeah, man. Joe Mixon.
Scroll down. Keep
Ooh,
scrolling.
DK Metcalf had a really good game.
Yeah, well, so Buffalo's defense didn't play.
Logan, they got 8 points.
Jerry Jeudy even.
The best way to explain this is 2022 was an incredible year for me because I got 3 first-round draft picks, 1 being the 3rd overall pick, and I still got top 4. So
yeah, I would say that's kind of impressive.
What's funny, you can see in the chat right here, dang, Logan has first-round picks and got 4th place. That was what's cut off there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I remember that I said that. But I knew after 2022 I'd have a good season because Calvin Ridley was coming back. I felt like I had a fully healthy team.
You were on the up and up.
It
sure.
was sad when the Falcons got Bijan because Tyler Algier was going crazy.
He was doing good.
And then we'll talk about we'll get other updates from that season, but we'll go into the draft first.
Yeah, Christian. So here's your 2023 look. You only had 2 picks way back in the 3rd round. Did you trade to get one of these in the draft?
I did. I think I traded up to get Zach's because in the case that Corey didn't auto draft CJ Stroud, I would have had CJ Stroud and Tank Dell, and my team would just be nasty.
Thank goodness.
I mean, do you think
seriously? Thank goodness for the league because I would have shipped one of them for more than one first probably. The only problem would be my tight end situation, but
overall,
to live with it.
Good value in the 3rd round. Tank Dell especially. Yeah. Luke Musgraves, time will tell, but Tank Dell looked really good before he got hurt.
Tank Dell, 100%. Probably the 3rd best 3rd round pick.
I mean, he's also the 3rd best receiver on his team, so.
Yeah, now he is.
He's what?
3rd best receiver on his own team.
Now.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see.
How they
use. I'm going to be interested to see what the pecking order falls at wide receiver in Houston. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I also do think with that new rule, though, because Tank Dell is like so quick and speedy and elusive, no one is going to be able to tackle him. They're going to have to trip him.
Hip drop tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a massive boon for all receivers.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a big boom in like fantasy scoring this season.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Let's take a look at your trades. So we'll go back. It looks like you made one early in the season. No, this was pre-draft on 8/20. You sent so you sent a 2nd round pick to get that 3rd round that we just talked about. Oh, you got both of those picks right then. So you got 2 of those.
No, one's a 2024.
No, you're right. Dang, you sent a 2nd for 2/3. Interesting. Got your guy though.
Straight up a 2nd for 2/3.
Yeah.
What was it?
I did
a 2nd for 2/3. Interesting.
Oh! Was one of those thirds? One of those was Zach's 3rd.
Yeah, 2023 versus 2024. But
it's not. I mean, you got really good value for it, so I think it was a good trade.
Yeah. I think looking back at it, now that I have Luke Musgrave and I have the backup, we'll see who actually wins that because they both were pretty good when they both when they played individually. Because Musgrave got injured, and then I forgot what the other guy's name is, but he's actually not bad either.
Tucker Kraft.
And then obviously I got Tank Dell. Yeah, Tucker Kraft. Yeah, and I got Tank Dell. So
yeah, not bad.
I'm okay with it.
Compared to 2022, not as many trades, only 3 total for the whole year. Your other ones were getting J.K. Dobbins back from me, which is funny. And then you also got back San Fran, which you traded the year prior. So getting back some of your original team.
Who did you trade away for J.K. Dobbins?
Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson. And my 3rd.
So I got the 3rd back. So I really kind of broke even on J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah,
but you also the reason Jeff Wilson wasn't good because of the guy you dropped and Christian picked up.
Let's not talk about that. There was a moment.
Actually, I think that's a great point to talk about with Christian's team. Is you drop Raheem Mostert for really no reason at the end of 2022.
No, here was the reason.
And
I looked at the track records of 31-year-old running backs and their relevancy to fantasy football, and I had to make some roster cuts eventually. So what I did, it was like week 18, playoffs were going on. I was out. So I dropped Raheem Mostert so I could pick up another free agent before waivers locked. I thought that was...
What free agent?
I don't even remember. Do you guys remember? I don't, actually.
I
don't either.
Hold on. I can go find out.
I think that says enough in and of itself.
Well, I got 7th place. That was brutal. I bet who it was. Let me guess. Probably Pierre Strong. I think it was Pierre Strong.
Hey, I had him on my roster this year. I spent 15 fab for him.
Oh, wow. You have Zamir White on that roster, too.
I think it was Jerome Ford, actually.
You had Zamir White? Whew.
I think it was Jerome Ford.
Too?
Yeah.
I had a lot of
players.
That boy's
on my roster now.
He is.
Justin, you are great at blowing up good teams. But we'll talk about that when we eventually have your episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Christian, another good season. You end up getting second in the regular season with a record of 10-4, right behind Corey. Corey, shout out. Let me know when you listen. And let's take a look. You made it into playoffs. I can't remember what happened. You had a first-round bye. We're still doing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. First round bye.
First round bye. And then what happened in the rest of the playoffs?
I just won, I guess.
You just won. Let's go look at the final matchup. Wow,
Close.
that's close.
You kind of got lucky in the championship game.
I forgot how close that was.
Because of Corey getting lucky in the semifinals,
Sure.
Logan.
Whatever you say, Logan, that makes you sleep at night.
Whatever
Yeah,
helps.
that helps me sleep at night, so that's what I say.
Yeah.
Some of these
I'd
scores
say
are
the
pretty
same thing if I were in
surprising.
your shoes.
Baltimore getting... Oh, wait, that's not right. I was going to say Derrick Henry was not on Baltimore. That doesn't make sense. But
He was on the Titans.
Yeah,
last
Yeah.
year.
Titans,
You didn't
yeah.
know that.
that's weird how it does that retroactively. But anyway, some lucky scores here. Kelsey getting
Dud
3.
games.
That's unlucky for sure.
Look at that Chuba implant, dude. That's crazy. I did that.
Do you remember like the play that put you in the lead for the championship?
Ooh.
I think it might have been Chuba, honestly.
Yeah? What did he do that game?
Possibly just getting like a couple of yards or something.
He was a pretty good piece for you this last year. Like
He
he
was.
just got points and not necessarily a big name, but he provided.
Yeah, who knew Miles
And
Sanders?
Now he won the starting spot for the Panthers.
Yeah, Miles
So we'll
Sanders
see what next
was
season
a-
looks like. I'm excited for my team for this next season.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We talked about your trades already. Yeah, you didn't really do any. You only did some pretty minor ones.
Yo, Christian and I were probably talking all season about trades after Joe Burrow went down.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were
That's right.
Like there was a lot of talks about moving Brock Purdy, but we could just not find an agreement.
We could.
And it got harder every week for me because I had another quarterback go down, and so and eventually
Didn't
I
he
wanted
choke
to-
in your game too? Didn't he put
Yeah,
like
he's
3
the reason
points
I
and that's
lost in
why
the
you
semifinals.
lost? Exactly.
He's the reason
So
I lost in the semifinals.
I'm glad I didn't have him, honestly.
But you
I
would
would've
have won in the
given you-
semifinals still.
I would have given you 2 months for him. You wanted like 2 firsts or something. I just didn't have
No,
the
I know.
bandwidth.
I wanted one first. I would have taken a late first, and you were gonna do 2 seconds.
I don't think
Oh,
even.
I think that's what it was.
Did you
Yeah, at
even
the
have
time
a
I had
first?
He did.
Oh.
2025. I think I have
Yeah,
all
I
my
would've-
picks in 2025. So,
Yeah.
which I don't plan on trading them. So we'll see what my team looks like because I have a lot of picks.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't work out, but we were talking all season. Christian and I have never made a trade. Maybe one day we will, but it's been Justin and I haven't made a lot of trades, but we were able to break through a little bit. So maybe one day Christian and I will make a trade. Who knows?
It
Logan.
is just hard to trade with Logan when he's gotten so many good guys already. I don't know if
Christian
I can.
Christian
I would
just-
have to try.
Christian-
I would have to try to scam you in order to get you back to
yeah,
level.
Christian just slanders me in the chat. He doesn't trade with me.
Exactly.
It is true. Christian's one of the most active in the chat, which we definitely appreciate. Keeps it interesting in there.
I have so
Um,
many messages.
I always go to you first when I'm looking for a trade. I love trading as much as anybody, and I know you feel the same way. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we have
It's
that in
fun.
common.
Christian doesn't like trading with me, so I don't have that same.
Logan,
sentiment you have.
I
That's
still
why we
remember
made
our
this
first trade.
podcast.
I still remember our first trade like it was yesterday. It wasn't even in this league.
That was a redraft, wasn't it?
It was.
And I demolished you in it.
Kyle Pitts' second year. You know, his first year he did pretty good, 1,000 yards, couple touchdowns maybe. He had Matt Ryan though, right? And then year 2, I think Matt Ryan was still there, but obviously a shell of his former self. He was not doing great. I sent you Damian Pierce, who was like rookie.
His rookie season.
You know, 2
Yeah, he
games
was going
in,
off
he's
that
doing
season.
he was doing really great. I was like, this guy is not going to last. He's some like 5th round pick or whatever in the NFL. So I sent you Damian Pierce for Kyle Pitts in redraft. Didn't go well.
Yeah, that was a fantastic trade for me.
I think I just missed playoffs too. I think I got like 5th or 6th. Did you end up making it?
No, I don't think so.
Ah. Doesn't matter then. Who knows? Maybe I would have
Yeah.
made it. So, but yeah. And then we already talked about my trade with CeeDee Lamb. We'll see how that one goes. Time will tell.
We'll see. Yeah, you got Kirk Cousins to throw into Drake London, so we'll see.
You want to trade me Kirk Cousins?
What are you offering?
I'll shoot you a message.
Sounds good.
Christian, I want to go back to your winning season. So obviously you won the championship, but were there any moments within the season that really changed the directory or the trajectory of it, or any big moves? I mean, we just looked at your trades. Nothing stood out as like that was like a league-altering move. But walk us through your season and how you felt about it.
Honestly, I felt really good just because Calvin Ridley's coming back. CMC was healthy. He got traded for the 49ers, which they have a good run game. And I felt like I was loaded. Brandon Ayuk was kind of having a really good year. Debo kind of on decline. I was like, okay, this might be my year. And then some few things. Kelsey's kind of had some weird games. And then Joe Burrow getting injured throughout the whole season. I was like, shoot, well, this might be another take.
I thought that was your downfall. I was like, okay, Christian's not gonna make it all the way because he lost Joe Burrow.
I know. And then I was like, Baker Mayfield. People have been sleeping on this man for a long, long time. He ended up being the 10th. He ended up being a QB1 by the end of the season, which is crazy.
What was his rank at the end of the year?
QB10.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah. QB10. It was down of a QB year for everybody.
I'm going to fact check this. You got to fact check Christian's stats.
Yeah, fact check. I looked. QB10.
I'm going to look again. Stats.
That's not bad. What about waiver pickups? Did you make any big ones? We know you guys missed out on Puka. I was ahead of the game there, but any others?
Let's see. Well, when you dropped Raheem, I was like, well.
That was 2022. We're talking about 2023.
That was 2022, though.
Oh, that was
everyone wanted Raheem Mostert. I think you just had the most. Or no, we weren't doing fab at that point. You were first in the waiver wire, so you got him.
That was pretty key because he ended up being the RB2.
Oh my god!
And I had the RB1 in CMC.
Yeah, dude. That honestly, your RB game was just crazy. There's no way you can replicate that.
Well,
I know.
How many
and Joe
points,
Mixon was RB5.
How many points ahead was Christian McCaffrey over like everybody? Like he outscored every quarterback, did he not?
He was 102 points above Raheem Mostert.
Wow.
Yeah, he went wild.
But like
Raheem Mostert Christian McCaffrey was at 357.8. Raheem Mostert was 255.2.
So 357. How many points did Josh Allen get? I'm pretty sure like quarterbacks usually the top ones get like 400 points.
Josh Allen was 392.
Okay, so he did not score QBs quite, but wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean CMC was the number 2 overall player.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What also hurt me though, closer to the playoffs, was Tank Dell got season injury, and he was going crazy at that time.
Dude, he was having a crazy.
You pulled him
season.
off your taxi.
He was
right?
having. Yeah, I pulled him out of my taxi.
That's a big move.
A little early, but then he was blowing up, and I was like, "Wow, I'm really going to go all the way to the ship, and it's going to be smooth sailing." And then all those injuries happened. I had to put in Chuba. Thankfully, Miles Sanders is trash, and he lost a spot. He got paid at least, so good for him. Honestly, Calvin really had a bad season. I mean, not a bad season.
He was boomer bust. He was
so mid.
Clutch. He was clutch for you late in the season, though.
Yeah, but he did have some boom games that kind of helped me win, but he had some bust games. I was like, do I even play this guy? Same with Chris Godwin too. Like,
and your Broncos dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Broncos dilemma was Sutton and Judy, but at the
it
end
shouldn't
of the
even
day,
be a dilemma. It's just you put them
Sutton's
on your bench
better.
or you drop them. There should be no dilemma there.
Yeah. Well, now, honestly, half of my team got traded to different teams, so I'm excited to see like how they pan out. I think Judy might be on the incline.
Yeah, Judy's like what, wide receiver 4 on Cleveland now.
Yeah,
maybe.
I have my QB3 thrown to him.
I have to keep him at this point.
Where'd Zach Moss go?
He went to the Bengals.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and he's the RB1 in the Bengals, I think.
Is he, though? What about the rookie?
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown was pretty good when he played.
Well, same with Zach Moss when he played. When he got all the touches at the Colts, he was so good.
True. That's true.
Man.
And then now with Hunter Henry, I traded him away. He's gone.
I really want to do a timeline of Hunter Henry and see how many teams and how many trades he's been a part of. I
Dude,
think he's our most
we'll
traded person.
We'll do an
He is.
episode. We'll do an episode just about Hunter Henry.
I think he's the 13th
Yeah.
man.
We'll get him on the podcast as a fellow Arkansas alum.
Oh, there we go.
Because I'm so close with the guy.
That'd be big
Arkansas
time.
is a small school, right?
Yeah, very small, huh?
I mean, hey, you guys were probably, 2 years apart in school? Hit him up.
Yeah.
It's crazy
A year or two.
that
yeah,
we're
a year or two.
older than most NFL players. It's kind of sad to think about, but it's fine. Not sad,
It is,
but
yeah. It is kind of crazy, though.
it is wild.
But my team this year, unless Travis Kelce has a down year, but I don't know. Rashee Rice might not even play, so
Ooh.
Kelce's going to be the number one option.
That is pretty relevant news. So let's look at your draft picks, too. How many picks you got? Looks like you have 2. All right.
Only
This
two.
is the upcoming draft.
That's right.
Where are they at?
3-2 and 3-5.
3-2 and
Oh shoot! So you have all third round picks back to back drafts.
Yep, and this is.
I think
I
there's
think
something to
this
be
is where
said
I
about
win.
that.
I think the
Yeah.
sleepers. People were sleeping on Tank
Hey.
Dell because he was undersized, but you don't have 35 touchdowns in a season at Houston for nothing.
I've got 2 third round draft picks. So I'm trying to emulate what you've done.
Well, I don't think you can. I'm just kidding.
I'm doing my best.
Actually, you definitely can. You got Sam Laporta.
Yeah,
he's
it's
good.
true. I got him
He's
in the third
really
round last
good.
year. I traded in to get him, just like you tried to do for C.J. Stroud.
I know. That was unfortunate that Corey had to auto draft that, not gonna lie.
here's a peek at
Yeah,
your
I wish I would have.
starting lineup. So if everyone's healthy, you got Joe Burrow, you got CMC, Joe Mixon for running backs, Tank Dell, Ayuk, Travis Kelce, and then a couple choices to make between Ridley, Mostert. Who knows if J.K. Dobbins actually healthy? That'd be exciting for you.
He might go to
I don't
Chiefs.
know.
And then
J.K. Dobbins is gonna, but if he goes to the Chiefs, they're gonna split carries. I don't think it'd be good for him. Wherever he goes, they're gonna try to keep him on a snap count. I bet just to keep him from
For
getting
sure.
injured.
Yeah, he's been
at this point
the
in
whole
his
time
career.
in his career. But if you look at my bench, honestly, I'm feeling good just because my bench is so deep. Like
Yeah, you have a good.
Chuba,
Well, and that's-
he's going to be the RB1 in Panthers. Chris Godwin, hopefully, has a better season. I think Raheem Mostert, they're going to wear and tear him down until they're really ready to deploy.
I feel like Achane.
Achan, yeah. J.K.
I don't
Dobbins
know. I
is
just
kind of shot
I
in
feel
the
like this
dark.
is. I feel like Raheem Mostert's. He's got to have a huge drop this year. There's no way
We'll
he
see.
replicates even close. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I was a year
I know-
early on
We'll
that
see.
take, Logan.
what on Achane?
No, Mostert
Or on
dropped.
Raheem Mostert?
I did
I mean,
do
he
a
might still
trade,
have a
though,
decent season,
this in the offseason.
Mostert? You think he will?
No, I did a trade of I got Elijah Mitchell and Wan'Dale Robinson for a second-round pick, Hunter
Oh,
Henry.
you traded Wesley?
Yeah, I traded Wesley, yeah. I think people have been sleeping on Wan'Dale Robinson, but I think he's the next good receiver for the Giants.
Did they?
Here's your
Who
trade.
they signed? Did they sign a quarterback?
Yes,
They
they
did,
got
didn't
Drew Lock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that it's probably better than Drew Lock had some good games.
He wasn't that bad on the Broncos,
He's
honestly.
a gunslinger, so I think like he doesn't fumble the ball as much as what's his face?
Danny Dimes.
Can't remember his name. Yeah,
Saquon.
Yeah, it'd be hard to be
Yes.
a Giants fan, that's for sure.
It's
Really
harder
tough.
to be a Broncos fan. Trust me.
Okay, this is a great segue. Christian,
I'm not really I'm not a true Broncos fan though, so it's kind of nice.
let's talk about your NFL fandom. Who's your team, man?
Okay, so
I might just log off for this one.
2 seasons ago was the Bengals. Last season was the 49ers. This season, I'm going with the Texans.
Texans? Okay. You heard it here
Even
first.
though
I thought you just cheer for whoever wins the Super Bowl. Isn't that right?
No. Well, here's the thing. So I grew up in Austin, so I didn't really have a team. We obviously in Austin hate Dallas. Can't root for the Cowboys. Obviously, I
we
think
don't care about Austin and Dallas.
Cowboys
so.
fans are kind of just they're they're in their own zone. They can't think openly on the reality of the season. They think that Dak Prescott's good, but he's actually horrible.
Dak Prescott is good.
I don't know about that.
But when they're down by 7, he can't ever win a game.
That's not true.
He has all the weapons he could ever have, all the O-line that he's ever had. He has a good running game. He's just a fraud. The Cowboys are just a bunch of frauds. But it's fun. It's so fun because they get so riled up. It's so great for me because I really don't care.
It's these people going around with no real loyalty. All their loyalty is the only team he's a fan of is the Trolls. He just loves trolling people.
Christian's very troll-like.
It's fun.
He loves the troll.
Hey, I'm a Spurs fan, so you can bash on my Spurs, but that's fine true. Because we do have Wemby, and he is going to be one of the best players of all time.
He's better than LeBron James and Michael Jordan combined. So they're never going to lose a game starting next season. So
Logan knows. He already understands. But it's very convenient that I live in a place where the Nuggets are so freaking good that it's kind of fun to watch them. They're kind of what the old Spurs used to be, but in the modern era. So I'm kind of spoiled in that way.
Can't wait for them to lose in the Western Conference Finals to the Mavs.
We'll see if the Mavs get out of the first round.
Bro, Mavs, we're beating the Clippers. The Clippers are that monkey on our back, and we're getting them off.
I don't know, man. If Tim Hardaway Jr. averages 20 minutes a game, it's just not happening.
He will not be playing 20 minutes a game in the playoffs.
All right. I didn't hear you mention the Broncos, Christian. What's up with that?
They're not good, so he's decided to throw. If they're good next year, he'll be a Broncos fan.
Exactly. If they made some good trades, but
who do you think they're going to?
There is no come up for the Broncos after they traded picks, money for Sean Payton, and a ton of money and a ton of picks for Russell Wilson.
Who's going to be?
And Russell Wilson is about to go off on.
Who's going to be their quarterback this year? Do you think?
I'm having last thing I saw was Michael Penix. Which that would be kind of interesting.
I think Michael Penix will be good.
He's good at throwing to the outside.
I just feel bad for the Vikings.
Cortland Sutton would be good for him.
I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see what the Vikings do. I'm seeing a lot of stuff of them trading for like J.J. McCarthy, and I just don't think that's going to happen.
I'm seeing that too, and that's hilarious to me. That dude is a fraud.
I also saw something like potentially them trading for Kyler Murray. That's more interesting. I think I'd rather have Kyler Murray as my quarterback than J.J. McCarthy, but it'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, they've got to get a quarterback. They're not going to run with who they sign. It's Sam Darnold. That's who they signed.
Oh yeah. Vikings.
He's projected their starter probably for this season.
Right now,
that's what I saw.
They have to draft someone.
And you know who's going to be really sad and quit football? JJ Jetta.
Yeah, don't you say it. No,
he's 100% quitting football.
No, he was cooking with literally no one throwing him the ball, and so I'm not worried about who he's got at quarterback.
It's not about him cooking and being good in fantasy. It's his mental health being so sad that he has Sam Darnold throwing him the ball, and he's going to be like, I want out.
That's fine, yeah. Trade him to the Bills. That'd be sick.
No, to the Bengals he goes.
No, the Bengals don't need him.
It would be fine for you.
Yeah.
So Christian,
I don't care where he goes as long as he goes somewhere with a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Christian, since we are in the off season, you just made one trade. Are there any trades or I guess goals that your team has? Looks pretty solid, not gonna lie. Logan's team also looks solid. I wish I could say the same about mine, but what are your goals for the off season if you have any?
None right now. I don't have any foreseen plans to trade. I'm curious to see how these, I guess, the real NFL draft, how everyone falls into place. Hopefully I find some steals in the third and then ride my way to a second championship. That's the goal. And hopefully Logan's players, they all get ankle sprains. They have a great career, but tons of ankle sprains. Maybe some knee sprains.
All my players were injured last year.
His team is too stacked, and
I'm due a year with
he cheated his way to get there. And as you know, cheaters never prosper; they never win. And here he is, sad boy.
Slander.
But we'll see. We'll see this year.
I've never seen someone get so much trash talk to them for having 0 championships.
Wow.
It's part of the game, Logan.
At least you know.
With you.
At least you know. So yeah, Christian, you do have the opportunity to
I
go back to
know.
back. You would be the first member of our league to do so. So far,
Not gonna happen.
3 years, 3 different champs. So
Champ 4 coming in, loading.
We'll see. We'll see.
we're gonna have him on next week, Logan. Don't worry.
The champ next week.
Yeah, new champs coming next week.
Oh, who's next week?
I haven't lined them up yet, but it's not you. Don't worry.
I'll
I think we're interviewing me
on-
next week, right?
Yeah.
One day,
That's how I
Logan.
know
One
you-
day.
That's how I know you're joking if we're doing your episode.
No.
I figure we're gonna do your episode after we do all of the team episodes. Just have like an in cap.
All right.
We'll just drop hints at your season and your team all year.
We should have a live
And then
stream where
finish.
people send me really bad trades and I accept them.
Ooh, I'm in. As long as I'm one of those people sending you trades.
Yeah, I'm really good at last minute trades. So
Remember we did that, me and Zach?
yeah,
What'd y'all do?
sad.
We did a fake trade and
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
was going crazy.
Yeah, no more fake trades. I'm put an end to that.
I know you did, but it was funny. And it was for a bit and it was for a reason.
It's
I forgot what the
point.
reason was, but it was to prove a point.
See
but I
how
forgot
bad
what it
Logan's
was.
trades were. 4 first round.
Yeah, I think it was,
picks.
honestly. Like, let's say people actually veto bad trades, and no one vetoed it, I don't think.
Yeah. I think Logan was the first to
So-
pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous
Makes
trade,
sense.
but
This is why we have this podcast, as I said. Collusion.
We'll have to
Mr.
go
Mish.
check the record. Christian,
Yeah.
I know you prepared a hot take. What is it?
Oh, well, I have multiple. Well, this one is an old hot take that I've already put in the chat. The Super Bowl was rigged. If you look at the game, there's so many holding calls. We know Mahomes is better when he has so much time. So I think the whole Super Bowl was rigged. I think the Texans are going to be Super Bowl winners next year.
Texans?
Wow.
The Texans will be Super Bowl winners.
That's not gonna happen.
If they stay healthy. If they stay healthy.
Well,
Which, we'll see. Who knows? And
how about
then-
your team?
That's all
Yeah.
really I have.
you have any hot takes?
My
for your
hot take to
team.
your team?
Raheem Mostert is back on track. He's going to drop 15 points a game, be a top 10 running back still. And
That's a mild take.
Yeah.
I think it's still hot. It's not super hot. It's still a little hot, but it's not.
Travis
the
Kelce has a boom year. That's my hope.
Oh,
Especially
man.
after the most recent news.
Jeez.
But I don't know. He has Taylor Swift on his side, so he's probably checked out at this point. We'll
Yeah,
see when
he's
he
a-
I mean,
he's a
retires.
Swift
she
league.
got him a championship.
I
Taylor
know.
Swift was
It was
the
all
sole
it was
reason they
all
won the
part
Super
of the
Bowl.
plan. That's what I'm telling you. The whole Super Bowl's rigged.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the first one to say it though.
The only thing that's rigged in the NFL is that the Cowboys lose. That's rigged.
You mean they're bad?
No, it's the system.
Maybe Jerry Jones has been like taking the bets
Jerry Jo-
against Cowboys all these years.
Jerry Jones is cursed.
What if?
Jerry Jones.
I
is
think we'd
cursed.
find out though.
I don't know. There's some kind of voodoo magic
Um,
keeping Jerry Jones from winning.
I don't really have another hot take besides I think Zach Moss is going to be the RB1 and the Bengals, and he's going to be a top 10 running back as well.
Okay, that's a good hot take.
That's not that hot.
We'll just
kind of
mush
is?
all
That's
the-
hotter than that's hotter than your previous two takes.
We'll just mush all the mild
No.
ones together and call them
Your
hot.
second hot take was one of the greatest tight ends of all time is going to have a good year. That was your hot take.
Well, after having a down year, he had like some duds, some real
he was
duds.
still wide receiver 2
No, he was like
or
tight end 3.
tight end 2.
No, I think
Okay.
he was tight end 3.
I think he was tight end. Was he tight? He was 2 or 3.
He was
He wasn't
3.
one- he
I
wasn't
bet you Hawkinson and Laporta was higher than him.
I think Laporta was 1.
I think Hawkinson was 2.
Pulling it up.
Let me look.
No, Kelsey was 2. No, Hawkinson got hurt.
Kelsey was
Oh, wait,
three.
Hawkinson
sorry,
was 4.
This is ADP. This is
No,
ADP.
Kelsey says 4. Kelsey says 3.
Sorry,
It's
I was looking at
3.
2024 ADP.
I don't know who's 2.
Now that we
Yeah,
cleared up your
Evan-
mild
Evan
take.
Ingram. Evan Ingram was 2?
No, Logan.
Ooh, wow.
Yes, he was.
No.
I don't know what to tell you. Look at this. You see that?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's fact
He might
check
have an
it.
increased role this year.
Season
Now that
stats
Ridley's
2023. I that's news to me.
Honestly, every hot take I have is like my players are going to be good. Like Calvin Ridley's going to have a good season. Joe Burrow's going to be healthy.
Calvin Ridley, that's a hot take, saying Calvin Ridley's going to have a good season. But it's going to be nice because DeAndre Hopkins is going to have a good season.
I have George Kittle as tight end too, according to some random website. But
well, this is according to our scoring in our league.
oh,
Yeah, and that might play playoffs. too.
George Kittle was 5 in our league.
anyway.
Anyways.
Thanks for the takes. Mild, hot, cold. It's fine though. But
Just
Christian-
simmering. Just simmering.
Christian shares all his hot takes as just his normal opinions in the chat, so that's why he's having a hard time
Exactly.
coming
it's
up
true.
with
We
them
should
now.
just write them down as we see them.
I'm just here to stir the pot. Make Cowboys fans riled up. Make Aggie fans even more mad. And it's great because it's a double whammy in our league.
You don't. Sometimes it's not even the nature of the team that's riling me up. It's just the extrapolation on
my
your
presence.
data set. It's just your presence that riles me up. Exactly.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be here.
That's what keeps the chat lively.
That's right. All right, Christian. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on. That's all we got to talk about today, but I know you're great at spreading the word. We'll put something in the chat about your season or your transactions or something, so make sure you guys answer that. Like, subscribe. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Christian, spread the word. Get your friends to listen to this. If you have any. Just kidding. I know you got some.
I'm working on that too.
Who do you want to see on here next, Christian? We'll try to get him.
Corey, of course.
Corey?
Yeah, we all want to see Corey on here.
That's a hot take. What's your mild take for who's next?
Zach is great too.
Zach.
Or Riley. Riley's kind of a dark horse, I think. I think I'd love to hear what Riley has to say about his seasons.
All right. We'll make it
That'd
happen.
be very interesting.
I think Riley will be down to talk on the podcast.
Absolutely.
I think. Yeah.
It's in our league contract. Must participate in podcast.
Riley's probably going to make us sign an NDA on talking about Hunter Henry, though.
Yeah, that's a touchy one for him, I bet. But hey,
I'm sure.
it's his life. All right, Christian. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys later. This was Commissioner. We have a problem. See you next time.
See y'all.